Welcome to Your Known Unknown, where Source and I will help to shed light on what's unknown to you. Happy day, happy you, happy me, happy us. This cycle of the moon coming up into a full moon in Gemini. And with these energies, we're going to see kind of what steps are being presented and what is being presented currently for us in our chapters, in our journeys, in our experiences. So, without further ado, let's get to it, let's into it, and let's pull some cards for you today. This is not sign specific. If this finds you, it's meant to find you. There must be a message in there somewhere for you. In my sun deck, in my environments, in my more externally perceived experience and senses, we have the Two of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Cups reversed, thank you. In a more dramatic external experience, so more like actually coming into your awareness is balance. The Two of Pentacles, you are balancing, you are juggling, you are harmonizing. It is happening. The shifts, the journey, the experiences coming in are creating you, are allowing you, are kind of forcing you, budging you, nudging you, swaying you, directing you, guiding you, however you want to phrase it, into more balance, more work-life balance, work-love balance. You are being right now directed in your, dude, what's the word, you guys? Awareness. The opportunity to teach yourself what's important to you and how to maintain that homeostasis between what's important to you versus what you want. Because the ego and the higher self are always within, and they're always offering you to choose more in that direction. And in order to maintain and actually not identify with one or the other and be a free human being at your own choices and demises and experiences and lessons, you get to choose what you're doing with your time, with your wealth, with your heart, with your energy, with your attention, your awareness even. So the balance coming in is opening the doors for a variety of lessons that you will take something from. It would help you out a lot if we meditated, but hey, we all have excuses, right? But it would do us all a lot of good if we would offer some more self-time. Minutes in the day. That's it. Minutes throughout the day. Give yourself some focus or lack thereof. Give yourself some emptiness or give yourself some mindfulness. Whatever you decide. But the balance coming in, The balance coming in at least is not karmic. Queen of Cups reversed. Try to nurture what's keeping you safe right now. I understand. Thank you. Try to nurture and just give some focus along with to yourself. You give it to your peace of mind, because what I'm kind of seeing, I have the Four of Wands, I have the King of Swords, I have Queen of Cups reversed. What I'm kind of saying is your peace of mind is kind of connected to your chronic overthinking or your aptitude of distraction. I don't even know if that's the right term or not. That doesn't make sense. But your ability to distract yourself in kind of this positive way from a peace of mind mentality. You're a giver, you're a lover, and I'm seeing an upside down cup really, and it's not drastically upside down. You're not screwing anything up, but you could find some strength within giving yourself the love you need. Now, this is a full moon in Gemini, and I'm gathering a lot of kind of references and symbology of Gemini, very one end or the other, the twins, to a more supreme level, the yin and yang, and on one hand here you have work-life balance, you have juggling, but it's not juggling like your relationship and your career. It's juggling your groundedness within that. It's balancing and creating homeostasis for yourself to get what it needs within all of the other shit going on. And you gotta learn what's important to you. You gotta learn what you're working for. You gotta become aware of what anxiety is. You gotta become aware of sensing your own nervous system to know really how you feel. Otherwise, you think you know how you feel, or things are similar, You gotta really kind of get in touch with your nervous system, with the way your body feels after you eat things, the way you patternize your sensations, and they create your emotions, So you're juggling this balance of groundedness with self. Maybe even I'm also seeing more by doing instead of just sitting back and not doing anything, meditating, like, no offense, like, it's not meditating is not doing anything, but if you're not doing anything productive, how are you creating something to have to juggle anyways, right? If you're not doing anything and you're procrastinating, ultimately you're not going to have to end up juggling nothing, and you'll feel stagnant and you'll feel lacking, and nobody wants that. You like to have a purpose, you like to have a direction, you like to have responsibility. It gets you up in the mornings. It gets me up in the mornings. I know that if I have nothing to do, I don't do anything, and I feel bad about it, and that's a problem. So to each their own. But on one hand, you're learning this self to external self juggling, and the external universe will end up presenting these doorways, if not now or recently in the past, soon, within this energy. And it's going to be up to you to cultivate the strength to be able to take care of what's important to you. And on the other hand, you're finding security is peace of mind. And with that, you're understanding that external influences you love, and you love to give a lot to it. And so you're trying to figure out, how do I create one life? How do I transition another life? How do I stay flexible? And how do I work diligently, right? How do I make my dreams a reality, right? But you nurture what's important to you. What gives you that sense of security in your own experience. You nurture that. You focus on that. You pour water on that. You give it some time. You just sit in the energies and you observe. You learn. And a lot of these are in your mind. A lot of these senses of securities are spaces in your mind that you go to that make you feel better than other spaces that you can sit in throughout your day. Your mind, your heart, your decisions. Are you confident of yourself? Do you have self-confidence? Do we go with the flow, as disciplined as possible, and sometimes regret our decisions, sometimes not? Do we regret all of our decisions? You gotta, and you gotta be your own judge of character on that. But the best thing about all of this is it's all creating the Ten of Cups, dead in the center. The middle path, right? You always have another choice. And we can't promise what all your Tens of Cups will be. But it will be something that you are so very grateful of giving to yourself. And it will be everything you want it to be. When? I don't know. That's up to your story. How? I don't know. I'm just pulling for you who's watching. You'll be allowed to rest eventually. So get to it. Get to doing the hard work. Stop giving all your time out. Stop giving all your love and attention out. Stop. Find ways through grace and kindness to stand up for what you deserve. And I have a very difficult time doing this as well. We're all our own person. Having awareness doesn't immediately offer you the experience of experiencing that, practicing. It's not what these lessons are like. Have a belief that in your mind, something in there is telling you, guiding you, talking to you, giving you course corrections, advice, memories, giving you ideas. So we help ourselves out a little bit, right? Like if you have a shower thought and you can't seem to ever remember what that idea was, well, maybe you should get a waterproof something to write down shower thoughts on when you're in there. Help yourself out a little bit. If you're always waking up late, then there is a common denominator in there. Maybe making yourself go to sleep a little early, waking up with a different alarm a little earlier, 5 minutes at a time, whatever. If you know you need to implement more vegetables and fruits into your diet, then you start to do that. You start to help yourself. But you also understand the limitations that the universe does have because you're the co-creator. Some of this needs to accountably sit in your court, and you need to take control of some things. We need to understand our connection as much as our separation. And then we need to balance those. We need to do whatever it takes to ultimately balance those and become aligned with our own creation, right? We have tricks up our sleeves. We got to meditate. We got to take some conscious breaths. We have to clear our mind. We have to distract ourselves. When our emotions get charged, we have to keep our mouth shut, But we honor them in the appropriate places, our emotions. We honor them when it's appropriate. We don't take them out on people. We don't spew it out. We don't need that energy out there. What we need is to maturely and appropriately process our own emotions and come to our own conclusions and validate our own experiences. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. You've earned it, you deserve it, and the only reason why it could ever be unfair is because we're not taught how to do this. So, after that rant, the balance is within your control, 100%. You have every way you can go about it. And you file it down, you fine tune the choices down based upon what you're confident with and what you're afraid of, and then you find a middle piece right there and you're like, I'm going to take this course of action, and then you just do it. Chances are you'll push through whatever it is, you'll come out on top, you'll be whatever successful is, you'll learn a lesson, something, you'll gather the experience. And then you can get a little more confidence, self-confidence, self-esteem under your belt, and you take the next steps to the next course of action. Don't leave yourself hanging just because you don't know what to do. Because you don't know what to do, paradoxically, you're already doing the things you're supposed to be doing anyways. So the full moon energy is just balance. And go with the ebbs as much as the flows. There's going to be a lot of thinking about what I'm saying in your minds, and that's not the point. The point is go create something. Go create something for you. We are complete. I'm going to take a deep breath and disconnect from the channel. Go about my day. going to take our own course steps into action, and we are going to send nothing but the best energies your way. Happy full moon coming up here in the next few days. Thank you for being here. If you like this, like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. We appreciate it. We want to see this channel grow and connect to more energies, to share more messages. So I greatly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. In your name I experience, in your name I exist. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And much love, everybody, and until next time.